Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media. I'm going to start. I got some Happy Mail, so I'm going to show you that real quick. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to attempt to show you. This is from Becky Bokern. I will link her channel below. She does some gel plate prints, and she also works at a bead place. And where she lives, which is where? Illinois. I knew it started with an I. Ooh, this one got squished. Whoops. So there is a note in here. Let's see. It started with the squirrel. I'll show you the squirrel. And then, you know, you can't just send one thing. I mean, she could have, but she didn't. But it's super cute. So let's take it out so you can see it. She even put it on a little piece of, sorry if you hear that beeping. That is, if you know someone with type 1 diabetes, you know what that is. That's my son's Dexcom. His sugars are high. It's super cute. See the little squirrel charm? Yep, that's going to go in one of my journals. Excuse me. The throat clearing, I apologize in advance for that. And he's so cute. Wonder if he'd last if I put him on my keychain. It's kind of what I want to do. So I see him all the time. He's so cute. So yeah, there's that. And some other fun things. Got some, looks like sari silk in, you know, one of my favorite colors, which is nice. And a lot of little pieces of ephemera and stickers and whatnot. Oh, there's, yeah. There's her link tree. There's her, if you want to screenshot that and find her on the socials. Oh, it's like a vintage looking sari game. That's cool. Those will be fun to use. And some 80s trivia. Oh, should we see? Aliens, the sequel to Alien is set how many years later? Oh, I don't know. Oh, it gives me the answers. So I guess. Anyway, I wouldn't have known that one. I don't watch. I don't think I've ever seen Aliens. I mean, I've seen like bits and pieces here and there. Have you seen Aliens? That's not really my favorite genre. I like cozy mysteries. That's my favorite genre. And I don't hate a Hallmark movie. She used my stamp on that one, which is cool. And, I wish I knew who Stamp Everybody's was. I would tell you. I'm not sure exactly who the light bulb ones are. But anyway, these are all from Becky. I know that one, Peacock Swirls. And that one's like a splash. I think that one's Rhonda. And that one's got several. It's got less sprouts and some other things. That is Ripley Railroad. See, some of them I know. I don't know that one. I mean, there's a couple different ones on there. Oh, this one's beads. This is one of Becky's stencils. And that one's like the interlocking hearts. That one's got the peacock stamp in the background and whatnot. And that one. And that looks like one of Christy Hartman's flowers. That's got some forest floor in the front and some vine, something creeping vine, which I think is Devin Rex for Art, hers. That looks like it is a transfer. That's cool. I like big fonts. And these are all going to go into my box of Happy Mail that I get from people. And I will be using that box as my scraps for Defemberember. In case you're wondering, you know, what I'll be using. Murdery. Oh, she sent me a murdery one. And a nice little lotus flower. And paper clips. And I forget what that one is. Looks like little mitochondria. Not mitochondria. Anyway, little fun bits. And ampersand. That's one of Becky's. And that piece. So lots of fun pieces to add to my collection. Which I will be using during Defemberember. What is Defemberember? Defemberember is put on by Louisa Heinzel and Barbara of 49 Dragonflies. And the prompts are out. If you haven't been paying attention, the prompts are out. You can go to one of their Defemberember videos, and the link underneath will take you to their Defemberember pages. I will be doing my best to do that this year. So, I can't guarantee a video every day. Like, it's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. In my videos, I try to do Wednesday and 1 or 2 on the weekend. I mean, I wish I could do more. I really do. Believe me, I wish I could do more. But Yeah, oh, there's a little bit of water in there. Let's not spill it. Is there a safe place for that water? No, there's not. Of course there's not. Okay. So, if you were here, if you watched the last video, I made some bases, backgrounds for some cards. And today I'm going to work on those cards. This one just had the blue on it, and then I have this spray, which I think is acrylic ink and water. I did smell it to make it's not coffee, and it didn't smell bad or anything, but I think it's acrylic ink and water. And I just sprayed that over that, and then I cut a hole out of this, and I thought, well, how cute would that be if he's like kind of poking out of the hole, so his front foot, actually both of his feet are going to be, oh, I know what to do. I know what to do. I want to cut this front foot a little bit so that his both paws are sticking out the front like that. Won't that be? And then his butt's like on the other side of the window or whatever it is. And then that will go on like a 4x6 card that's folded in half. But I won't glue them on the card. I'm just going to put them together. Could put a little hello sentiment. I haven't figured out sentiments yet. I'm not there. I'll figure that out later. For right now, I'm just going to make some card fronts. And you guys can play along with me. This is just kind of a craft with me video. They're just kind of fun to have. I think this glue is either almost gone or I've left the cover off too many times. And so, but there we go. I have to really pump up the, we know that whole foot's going back there, so. So once I get him where I want him, all right, most of that whole foot, apparently, not all of it, but that's all right. Whoops. I want you to stay. Oh, come on, little puppy. There we go. All right, and then kind of do the top of his head here to that circle there, and the bottom of his feet here. I don't want him coming off the card, so I at least want to get the edges there. Do I have time to move him back over a little bit? No, I think he's fine. He goes right to the edge of this piece, which is okay, I think. Do I want to, if I'm going to do any inking, I want to do it before I glue it on. I just kind of, more than anything, the white core of the paper is what I want to cover and not be so apparent. If I also get like a little vignette look on the edges too, that'd be fine. But mostly it's about getting rid of that white core for me on this one anyway. I think I'll do that on this one too. Only a little bit of this is going to show on the outside, but it frames it out a little bit. Just a little bit. And I did realize, you know, I can make whatever size cards I want because I can make my own envelopes. I can make envelopes to go with them. If I feel so inclined. But I know I have envelopes that are like the 4x6 and the... All right, let's make sure that lays flat because that's not laying flat. And it's probably already glued. Nope, not dry yet. That's good because its acrylic paint is not porous. So I have a little bit more time for that. I know people ask me a lot, where do I get my images? Some of them are in my shop because I license images, but a lot of them I got either from Dreamstime or Vecteezy. Vecteezy, you can pay for 1 year subscription, unlimited use, although, you know, don't download too many in one day or they like suspend your thing. They don't want you going crazy. But they do have a place where you can like place your favorites or the ones you're thinking about in collections. So I started doing that instead because I will like spend a whole day just being like, oh, I like that one. Oh, I like that one. But then, you know, they don't like when you download them all in one day. But that's how my brain works. Found that out the hard way, but that's all right. I sent it in. I was like, hey, what happened? And they told me, and I said, okay, I won't do that anymore. All right, so there's card front for one. And I like that hole so much. I was like, ooh, what else can I do with a hole? So I've got this piece, and I did have a piece of this because I just don't like the way this edge looks. So I'm just gonna hide it. Oh my goodness, the cover won't come off the glue stick. Oh, here it goes. All right, I was about to pound it. I used up a glue stick upstairs. I was doing some, I'll show you those in a little bit. I was just gluing scraps on. I was trying really hard to just be random, but apparently I don't. Random's hard. I still kind of still, even though I'm trying to be random, they still end up looking not so random. And he's just going to have that pop of color behind him and as a border around him. But I might, do I want to cut this one down a little bit more, just for some more of that border shows, maybe. I might, because I like that back piece and I don't want to hide too much of it. So I'm going to do 3.5. And if you saw Bilbo's name on that little piece of paper, don't worry. I did not, in 5.5. Oh, I don't want to cut that much off of that. It was a book that I got out of the free bin. So it was either, so that's, you know, why I got it. And it didn't have the cover on it or anything. So I did not buy a brand new Hobbit book just to tear it up. Yeah, I think I like that because more of that back piece shows now, which is a piece I really like. Well, that line's going to show regardless, but it's fine. And then he'll go right there. I'm not going to put the book behind. He's just going to go right on top there. That's just more of just a little aesthetic thing I wanted to try. Here's this little glue gun comes with a holder that has a little silicone piece in there. I could use a darker ink, but that's okay. I'm just going to use this one. Like I said, it kind of gives it a little bit of a, especially on the book page, it looks nice. Gives that aged look, and then on the outside, it covers up that white, the core of the paper, if you've used paper that has a white core. Some more so than others. Sometimes even like a paper that has color on it is only on the front or whatever. It has like a white core sometimes still. And because I'm putting this on acrylic paint, which is not porous, I'm not using the glue stick. I'm using a stronger glue for that. And just going around the edge of the circle and the edge of the card itself. Try to get all the way to the edges so it sticks down good. You know how that is. And the next time I'm gluing, I probably just won't talk so that I can either take it out or zoom through it, because you don't need to see that every time. You get that I'm using way too much more glue than we need to do that, right? Absolutely. He's on like a 24-pound paper, I think. I still want to use the glue. And I'm not using it yet, but somebody requested that I get a microphone, because sometimes I turn away from my phone and then you don't hear what I'm saying. And there was one that went on sale for Black Friday, so I did order. I think it had been on my list to look at. So I went ahead and ordered that. It should come later today, otherwise I'd be using it now, but you know. I need to make videos when I have the energy and I'm in the mood. Not the room, the mood. Words are hard. Here we go. Number 2. So some of the cards will be, you know, I like cards different ways. These are nice size cards for like sending a note to people and whatnot. And that's, you know, kind of what I wanted. Now, let me look through my focal points real fast. It won't be fast. I'm going to pause for a minute. I don't know if this is the piece I'm going to use, but I wanted to just kind of demonstrate, when you have a fussy cut that has like all this stuff in the background, it's up to you if you want to keep it or not. I'm not. These would be a little bit easier if I did keep that up there, but I don't want to keep it. And I'm also not going to worry about getting it perfect. So I'm just kind of wiggling the paper to just get the furry look for him. That's getting in my way. And when it starts getting in your way, you just do that. It takes a little practice, but eventually it just, you know, you get faster at it. And so we have, you can see it's a little bit furry looking, and I didn't worry about getting it perfect. And then on the bottom here, there's almost, I don't know what's down there, but I just kind of ripped it. But I might just come in and just kind of, just got some interesting things happening there. And that might go on the edge of the thing, and then it won't worry too much. Is he, I think he's small enough to go on one of these. That's not the right color. I think he's too big to go on one of these. Yeah. He's too big for one of those, but for the 5x7 card, he can work. And if I had something that could be like the moon or whatever, not that, but you know, we could put like a full moon behind him, would be kind of cool. I have made a moon. I could make something that even looks like a moon, or I could make something that kind of pretend is a moon. I would like to have some, see, that's a little dark. That I would want some, even if I did like a, some book page or music behind him, I still would want some of this blue and this yellow in the background. And I don't know that I have any pieces like that. Although I do. All right, so here's, real quick, here are the pieces. This is just a PPI, printed patient information sheet from one of my medications. And I like to use those to collage on. And then when you cut them down, you get random, which is nice. We like random. And then I had these pages, which I had pulled out of a journal, a small journal that I'm going to probably use for collage. So I just took out the inside pages. And so then you end up, I don't have a plain, so then you end up with kind of this weird thing in the middle. So this one I could actually use as journal pages. So if I fold this, which way does it go? It goes this way. So if I fold it, I'll have to reglue that bit. Then it's got a nice strong thing to go in a journal. And then you have decorative page to write on, decorative page to write on. I only did that with one. And I would probably do it the opposite that I did here. I would probably do it more like this way, so that you could write on the right-hand side, decorative on the left, write on the right, because it's easy, unless you're left-handed, it's easier to write on the right-hand side. Although, you know, this one could be for a left-handed person where it's easier for them to write on the left-hand side. You know, think of all your people when you're making journals. But that was one thought, and then I just overlapped where on each one, so then you get a little decorative edge as well. These, I just did the whole thing. I figure I will cut these down. So it's that one, and that one, and that one, which is bright. And I was trying not to pay too much attention to, but I did anyway, because it's what I do, to the colors and whatnot. But I might keep them as they are, or I might, I can keep them as they are, or I could do mixed media on them, do some gesso, some stamping, stenciling, all that, or even just some stenciling, something that makes them feel like more like a cohesive piece. Yeah, he doesn't work on any of these either. Well, actually, that one may be a little bit better. That one's a little bit interesting. I would probably try to cover that piece there or something. I don't know. But anyway, that one doesn't necessarily work. Works better than some of the other ones. This doesn't work either because of the pink. I tried to, I don't know where they all are, but I did try to print some focal points that are more masculine, but they're all over the place. I keep moving stuff, so that's a little bit annoying for me. That could make kind of a cool moon too. It's just the, it doesn't have to be an exact moon, just signify, you know, letting us know it's supposed to be a moon. I thought he would be fun on, but I don't know if I want to cut him out or leave him like that. Let's see. But if I did it, I would probably want to do it on one of these smaller cards. I kind of like that the rain is showing, because you might be like, hey, sorry you're having such a rough time. Here's a card to say hello or whatever. Is what I was thinking of. That he doesn't work on that. What does he work on? What about this one? Alright, so he's got like this, a little yellow and teal and red in his eyes, which which tells me those colors could work with him. Oh, that's interesting. But should I fussy cut him out? And am I going to use him? I don't know. He intrigues me. He's just kind of cute. I'll lose all his wispiness by doing this. And even just to go in and make those, give it a different background would just be kind of a pain to do. But I do want some of his hair sticking out there. I can always print them again. Got him in a digital. I think with him it'd probably be easier to just like work on the background than to take him off the background and just to make the background a little bit more interesting. But I think that would be a cute card for if you have a friend who is having a hard time. You could send him that. Try to think about these things when I'm making cards. You know, especially if I'm making cards to sell and I'm like, well, what would people like? Well, the thing is, people like a lot of different things. One of my son's friends from church, he liked the that fox that has the geometric things on it. He thought that was really cool. And I was like, well, that would be a good card for men then, because we already know that there's one guy out there that likes it. But I don't stress about it, and I'm not going to go through and get every little feather that's coming off of there because ain't nobody got time for all that. And we'll lose some of the rain that's in the background, but that's fine too. But he's got like a rainy, moody kind of thing happening. So he could even go like that with some book page behind him. Oh, where are the dead flower? I do have a dead flower. Oh, what about this one? This has that red color that's in his eyes, which would be interesting. It's got that kind of moody, gloomy background. And that would be a good one for, it's fine, everything's fine. Sentiment, right? I might just put him on there. Do I want to put anything behind him, like some book page or not? Or do I want to put... more red? Or more red this way. Which way do the words go? It doesn't really matter. You can't see them that much. All right, he's just going to go on there just because. And then this will get flattened out when it gets put on the paper that it'll go on. I think it actually goes that way. I'm not gluing that yet. I'm just gluing him. Pay attention, lady. Pay attention. But yes, some people think I cut really fast, and it's because, you know, I don't need it to be perfect. So letting go of perfection, especially when you're cutting stuff, is super helpful. Also, having something to glue your stuff on is super helpful. I'm just going to end up getting glue, sticky glue everywhere. I'm looking for... Oh, that would work. Looking for something else to get all the sticky glue on. It was this one, right? And I told you why I picked it. Now, if I do it, it's fine, everything's fine. I might back it with some of the the yellowish color that's in him, just to make it stand out more. But yeah, that's a possibility for that one. All right, where am I putting the finished ones? I don't know. Under here. Ooh, I got a horse too. I think the horse might be kind of cool. What kind of background do we want on him? See, I was thinking him with a circle. Which circle doesn't really matter. One that will contrast is what I was thinking though. So let's look on this one. Not with the orange. Ooh, what about this one? Ooh, if someone likes horses and they like this like purpley color, that'd be kind of cool. Different thing in the back though. Any of these? Oh, this one's cool. That one's just the square though. Why did I make square ones? I mean, I know why I did, but because you could do it and then do the sentiment below. Could even cut that down. Have that come off just a little bit. Do you like this one any better? Just need to cut that right there. There's about, where did I put? You know, half the video was just me looking for where did I put something, right? Oh my goodness. And I have a feeling time is going to go way too fast because, you know, I started out with about an hour to play. I'm debating now on if I want to put a circle in here. I kind of do. Which then gives me that circle later. I think. All right, you need to come out now before I cut you in half. Well, we're just going to guesstimate because trying to figure out what that in there is almost impossible. I'm just kind of going in the upper right corner. And hope that it's still in the right. Oh, there we go. Whew. And then I can decide if I want the sentiment to go at the top or the bottom. Could even have him running out of the circle if I want to. Do I want to? Oh yeah, because horses jump, so that'd be kind of cool, right? He'd just be jumping through hoops. Jumping through the... That's kind of cool. All right, I don't hate that. I think I might need something else a little more behind there for... You know, if you can add dimension to your pieces, you know, by having them come out of a circle, just adds some interest and fun, you know? I think. I mean, you do you. Maybe you do too. But maybe you struggle to get it right where you want. That's where you just have to kind of let go of perfection. I mean, because I could be critical all day long about it, or I could just love how it turns out. Or I could do both, probably. Me, I'm an enigma. I could probably do both. All right. Yeah, I, again, apologize for the clearing of my throat. I don't know if it's related to the rheumatoid autoimmune disease or not, but taking a muscle relaxer seems to help it. So that makes me think it might be kind of muscular, or it could have been the Benadryl. I can't totally tell if it's mucus related or muscle related. So I'll have to go to a doctor at some point and get it figured out. But when I asked my rheumatologist about it, I think I worded it wrong for one. And he was like, oh, I can't take care of everything. You'll have to go see an ENT for that. I think I might have mentioned this already, but you know. I have noticed in a couple of videos, like, I don't always realize I'm doing it until I'm listening to the video, and then I'm like, I did the annoying thing. Why do I think? Well, my husband sniffs all the time, all the freaking time, and it drives me insane. Okay, I did not do this. All right, if you want to ink the inside of your circle, do that before you glue stuff on. It's a lot easier then. I pulled out some washi tape too. I don't know if I'll use it, but I did pull some out. And I'm wondering, I might want to do like this in the background. But I want it to be subtle, so I think I'll just use, that's good. I think that had, oh no, we'll just use it because it's here. I mean, it's super subtle, which is fine. That's not even going to show over there. But it added just enough so that it's not super plain in the background. But we have quite a bit. So do I want the sentiment at the top or the bottom? I think I might want it at the bottom. Like hello or miss you or thanks or whatever. All right, that was easy enough. Just get the rest of him glued on here so he doesn't fall out. Could even put something like, I jump through hoops for you. I don't know if that's lame or not. Most of the time I'm like, oh, I think that's cute and clever. And then I'm like, say it to somebody else and you get the crickets. And you're like, okay, I guess it was more lame than I realized. All right, there's another one. I think I might. Not much of that shows here. So where did that... Oh, my word. Seriously, I just had that stencil. It's right here in front of me. I'm going to have this one go this way. I think I want them to all go one direction, so I'm just gonna grab that and that. There we go. Just gives it a little something at the bottom. This is why I can't find stuff, because I throw it. I just toss it to the side like I don't care about it, but I do. I care about all the stuff. All right, I think that will make a cute card. So that is all for today. Any more that, if I make any off camera, I will make sure to show them to you. Also, I'll be making more videos like this. He's kind of fun. That's going to be an it's fine, everything's fine. I jump through hoops for you? I don't know. That might work, might not work. And yeah. So that is that for today. I hope you have a delightful day. Love you. Bye.